acro yoga before, you're more than welcome to join. It's for all levels. So even if you're going and you've never done acro before and you don't have a partner to do it with, they're going to pair people up while we're there and then switch partners and mix people around. So you'll meet new friends, do some fun yoga stuff, and have a good time. So if you're interested, let me know and I will reserve one of your spots. Let's get started in child's pose. Fingertips down onto the floor, hips back towards your heels. And I think tonight we're going to focus on, I know that we did a little while ago, we did a lava flow class where everything was moving in slow motion. Less about the slow motion tonight and more about attaching breath to movement, but in a mindful way. So yes, of course, you're doing that in sun salutations and you're like, yeah, got it, I'm breathing, whatever. But I want you to actually only move how you're breathing so it's slow and purposeful. So to start that off, we're going to revisit what exactly the 4-part breath is. So you'll take a deep inhale through your nose, fill your lungs all the way up. Then when you're at the very top, pause, hold it. Exhale through your nose. Exhale, exhale, exhale to the pit of your belly. Then pause when you're fully empty. Again, like that, big inhale. Pause. Full exhale. Pause. Keep going with that breath. So for you, it might be 4 counts. For your neighbor, it might be 5 on the inhale, 5 on the exhale. You just go with the rhythm that works best for you, the count that works best for you. A real attention to detail with a 4-part breath. Downward facing dog. You can move your down dog any way you want, but keep sticking with that 4-part breath. The full inhale all the way to the edges of the lungs. Pause. Full exhale all the way to the pit of the belly. And a pause on empty. Walk your feet up to your hands, hang in ragdoll. Choose what you'd like to do with your hands and your arms, and then 4-part breath here. It almost forces you to slow down and pay attention to what's happening in the moment. Instead of thinking about what's happening in the moment, you're just experiencing what's happening in the moment. Press into your feet, rise all the way up to standing. Reach through your fingertips. Bring your thumbs to heart center. Set your intention for your practice. Pick one specific thing you want to focus on. If you don't have something to focus on, just choose that 4-part breath. We'll send out those intentions with 3 ohms. Deep breath in. Inhale, reach up, long inhale, 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 forward fold on your exhale. Halfway lift, tricep pull, long and slow, high push-up and pause. So let the breath flow while you set up the high push-up. Right knee to right elbow, left knee to left elbow, low push-up. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Beautiful. 3 breaths. Breathe in, pause at the top. Breathe out. Pause at the bottom. 2 more. In and pause. Exhale and pause. 1 more. In, pause, exhale, pause, step or float, feet to hands. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Exhale and fold. Rise to stand. Extended mountain. Breathing in all the way up to your fingertips. Forward fold on your exhale. Breath out, 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 out. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. High push up and pause. Knee tap. Knee tap. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Breathe in. Downward facing dog. Breathe out. Good. 3 breaths. In and out. Number 2, breath in. Breath out. Sink your thumbs into the floor. One more breath. Empty to the pit of your belly. Push all the air out. Step or jump on empty. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Fold down. Nice, Shannon. Rise up. Extended mountain. Breathe in all the way. Forward fold. Squeeze the air back out. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. High push up. Fingertips down on the mat. Knee tap nice and slow. Knee tap nice and slow. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Good. Breathe in. Push the air out. Breath in. Breath out. Good. One more. Exhale everything. Move forward. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. Fold down. Extended mountain. Keep it slow. Inhale all the way up to hit full expression. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. High push up. Knee tap. Knee tap. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breathe in together. Big exhale out. Breath in. Breath out. So the heat slowly percolating. One more. Empty to the pit of your belly. Move forward. Halfway lift. Long, slow inhale. Fold down. Extended mountain. One more sun A. Go all the way up and look up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. High push up. Keep it slow and methodic. Knee tap. Knee tap. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Awesome breath. Breathe in. Pause at the top. Breathe out. Pause at the bottom. 2 more. In and out. Last one. Push the air all the way out. On empty, move forward. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. Fold down. Chair pose. Keep this steady breath. So even though we're moving to sun Bs, the rhythm, the pace is still the same. Lift and spread your toes. Yeah, squeeze your inner thighs together. Good. One more breath in. Twist right on your exhale. Get all the air out. Breathe in and open your arms. Stay and breathe out. Every last bit of air. Back up to chair. Breathe in. Exhale, twist left. Inhale to open. Stay and breathe out. Twist on that exhale, exhale, exhale. Back to chair. Forward fold. Halfway lift, tricep pull. High push up. Knee tap on the side. Knee tap on the other side. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side warrior 1. Step. Breathe in from the moment your foot touches all the way up, up, up to your fingertips. Low push up on your exhale. Keep the pace. Inhale up. Exhale down. Beautiful. Left side warrior 1. Step. Long, slow inhale to hit full expression. Chaturanga. Hands to the floor. Inhale up. Exhale down. 3 big breaths. In. Push the air out. Yeah, sigh if that's there. Breathe in. Breath out. One more. Empty, empty, empty. Move forward. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. Fold down. Chair pose. 1 big inhale. Reach. Twist right and empty. Inhale, open. Stay and breathe out. Good. Chair pose. Breathe in. Exhale, twist left. Breathe in to expand. Stay and twist. Back to chair. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. High plank. You guys are doing awesome. Keep it up. Knee tap on the right. Knee tap on the left. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side warrior 1. Step on empty. Rise up on a full inhale. Chaturanga on the exhale. Big breath and up dog. Exhale and down dog. Left side. Step through. Full expression. Up to your fingertips. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 3 purposeful breaths with that 4 part in every breath cycle. Resist the urge to rush through the sun salutations and go to business as usual. You're paying attention to moment by moment. Take one more breath in together. Full breath out. Feet to hands. Halfway lift, tricep pull. Fold down. Good recovery. Chair pose. Sit deep. Twist right. Inhale, open. Stay and twist. Chair pose. Twist left. Breathe in and open. Stay and twist. Back to chair. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. High push up. Knee tap. Knee tap. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side warrior one. Lunge a little deeper on the front leg. Then pull the air into your lungs. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left side, warrior one. Full breath all the way up. Stretch the sides of your body up. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Full breath. Downward facing dog. Good. Breathe in together. Pause and then exhale it out. Pause. Breathe in. Breath out. Awesome. One more. Push all the air out. Let the heat build. Move forward. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. Fold down. Chair pose. Sit deep. Breathe in. Twist right. Inhale, open. Stay and twist. Good. Chair pose. Twist left. Breathe into open. Stay and breathe out. Wring all the air out. Back to chair. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. High plank. Knee tap. Knee tap. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side warrior one. Long, slow breath. Root your feet into your mat. Nice, Kristen. Chaturanga. Hands to the floor. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Left side warrior one. Long and slow. Wake your fingers up. Chaturanga. Press your fingers into the mat. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Good. 3 breaths. In. Empty out. Breathe in. Breath out. Good. One more. Clear it completely. Feet to hands. You've got one more sun B. Halfway lift. Fold down. Chair pose. Sit deep. Twist right. Breathe into open. Stay and breathe out. Back to chair. Twist left. Big breath. Open. Stay and push the air back out. Back to chair. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. High push up. Knee tap. Knee tap. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side warrior one. Plant that foot. Draw as much air in as you can. Chaturanga. Push the air back out. Upward. Downward facing. Left side. Step through. I can hear your inhales are starting to get longer already. Chaturanga on your exhale. Upward facing. Downward facing. Awesome. Breathe in together. Clear it out. Breath in. Breath out. Good. One more. Push all the air back out. Send your right leg up to the sky. Keep the rhythm of your breath. It sounds amazing. Bend your knee and open your hip. Slow as you can, flip your dog. So the breath is what drives the practice. It's what creates the energy movement, the heat movement around your physical body so that deeper, bigger poses are possible later in the practice. Yeah, wheel if it's there for you. Yes, Paige. Cactus arm, maybe make more room. Flip back over, side plank. You've got time to get to the side plank. Build it from the ground up. Steady 4-part breath. Everybody flex your ankles and spread your toes. Nice. Yeah, wide awake toes, like fingers wide awake. One more breath here. High to low push up. Big breath in up dog. Let it out and down dog. Send your left leg up to the sky. Bend your knee and open your hip. 4-part breath. Flip your dog. Steady and slow. I love it. Super slow motion. Then the wheel or the cactus arm. 4-part breath the whole way. Flip back over. Take your time. Side plank. Right hand up to the sky. And you can have that weight in your top hand if you're used to taking the weight like Ratana in side plank. Flex the ankles. Spread the toes. Feet awake like your hands. Nice, Nima. One more breath here. Chaturanga, hands to the mat. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Full breath in together. Full breath out. Breathe in. Breath out. One more. Empty to the pit of your belly. Send your right leg straight up and back. Steady rhythmic breath. Straighten out your leg behind you and dial your pinky toe to face the floor. Yeah, so your hips are square. Then take a long breath in. Knee to nose on your exhale. Use your knee to squeeze out the air. Press the foot back. Inhale. Knee to nose. Squeeze in and round your spine. Last time, press back. Knee to nose. Breath to movement. Plant the foot. Crescent lunge. Breathe while you set up your crescent lunge. So that might be hands up in the air right away for you. That could be starting with the hands on the hips. So you choose what works best. Stick with the 4-part breath. We're starting to step into vitality where poses are a little more challenging to keep the 4 parts. Hands to heart twist right. Choose to stick with the 4 parts. This could be the first time, open your arms, the first time that you've been on your mat where that 4-part breath has been present in every single pose. Press your back thigh up to the sky. Yes, Jessica, beautiful. One more breath together. Stay for the exhale. Twist as you exhale, then warrior 2, face the other way. Use that breath to get settled into your feet. The exhales to anchor your feet into your mat. Nice, Allison. Come a little deeper into the lunge. Extended side angle. First things first, 4-part breath, check in. So whether you've got your hand on a block, your elbow on your thigh, you're taking a bind leg, all of the variations are available. So you take the one that you want to take. Choose one that you can still stick with the 4-part breath and do that variation at the same time. Good. Now press your front heel down and soften your front toes. Yes. One more breath here. Full inhale. Chaturanga on the exhale. Big breath in up dog. Let it out and down dog. Send your left leg straight up and back. Toes toward the floor. Pinky toe down to the floor. Yes, good adjustments. Breathe in together. Knee to nose. Squeeze the air back out. Press back. Inhale. Knee to nose. Slow, methodical. Pull in. Last time. Press the foot back. Knee to nose. Round, round, round. Pull in and up. Crescent lunge. The pace that you guys are moving is fantastic. It's slow, it's mindful, it's all of the good stuff. Get settled in your feet. Some of you are still moving a little slower yet than others in the room and on the screens at home. Great. Move at your nice slow pace. Hands to heart center, twist left. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Open your arms. One of my martial arts teachers used to drill into us again and again. Speed covers deficiency. We go through poses quickly or skip over things and barely do them because they're challenging and we want to skip them. Big breath in. Stay for the exhale. Wring everything out. Warrior 2, face the other way. When you've really got the breath fine-tuned and attached to your movement, that's when you can hone in and drop into the flow of the practice. Extended side angle. Because the sweat and the heat and the movement, all of that can happen at a slower pace as long as you're paying attention. Yeah, take your binds, make your adjustments, use your blocks, all of the things that you want to use here. Soften the front toes, press the front heels straight down. One more breath. Chaturanga, cartwheel the hands down. Big breath in up dog. Hit the full inhale and pause right at the top. Downward facing dog. Breathe in together. Sigh it out. 2 more. In. Exhale. Last one. Push the air back out. Feet to hands. Halfway lift, tricep pull. Fold down, chair pose and breathe. I love that you all are transitioning into the poses just as slowly as you're taking the poses. Hands to heart twist right. Stay low in the hips, chest up high. Open your arms. Yeah, and then a lot of you have been practicing for a long time. So if there's a bind you want to take here in your chair, a bird of paradise, a side crow, all of those pieces are available. You pick the one that works best. Stay for 5, 4, 3, 4-part breath, 2, 1. Chair pose, forward fold. Woo, first 2 fingers around your big toes. Stick with that steady ujjayi breath. Give your brain no choice but to pay attention to that and draw your chest to your shins. Yeah, it could be an exhale through your mouth here. It could be shaking out your head, yes and no, to release your neck. That steady breath keeps you calm, keeps your brain in a space of, yup, nothing is wrong here. Take crow pose with that same 4-part breath. Keeping your brain in the part of your nervous system while everything is cool as a cucumber. You can pay attention to one thing at a time. Draw the inner edges of your feet together, your inner thighs together. Nice, Brian. Good control. One more breath here. Step or jump back, low push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breathe right here. And that jumping back from crow happens. There's an explosive breath when you end on the exhale and shoot the legs back. One more breath together. Clear it all out. Feet to hands. Halfway lift, tricep pull. Fold down. Chair pose and stay. Big breaths now. Maybe your inhales are like at a 5 or 6 count and the exhales are even longer than that at this point. Hands to heart twist left. Open the arms, build the bind, the bird of paradise, whichever variation's the best fit. And you'll know the right fit because you're paying attention to your breath. Because the breath is making magic happen. Stay for 5, 4, 3. You got this. 2, 1. Chair, forward fold. Gorilla, step on your palms. Toes all the way up to your wrists. Choose the exhales through your nose or through your mouth, whatever you need to do to stick to that rhythm. That commitment of the ujjayi breath all the way to the end of your practice. Crow number 2, go for it. If you want to take this one upside down and you didn't on the first one, now's your chance. Yeah, goddess squat, crow pose, headstands, jumping back to crow, or jumping back to chaturanga rather, all of those pieces. 4-part breath, bring it in. Yes, toes are moving, ankles fine-tuning. I love it. You've got one more breath wherever you are. Step or jump back, low push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breathe in together. Push the air out. 2 more. In and out. Last one. Empty completely. Move forward. Halfway lift, tricep pull. Fold down. Rise all the way to stand. Inhale all the way up to your fingertips. Eagle pose right side. So for the entire balancing sequence, for all of equanimity, it's like your body is moving underwater. It becomes weightless because you've got the 4-part breath honed in and sharpened. Keep your arms bound. Take airplane with your legs. Smooth and slow. Yes. Get super long. Crown to heel. Stretch out. Then full airplane. Reach your arms behind you. Moving underwater. So even the adjustments and the shifting side to side, that all can happen. No rush, no panic. Half moon, open up. Stick with that 4-part breath. You got it. Hand to the block or the floor. Hand can be floating off of the ground. That's totally fine. Press through your lifted heel a lot. One more breath. Both feet to the mat. Eagle pose left side. I haven't heard a single foot stomp or slap or drag on the mat this whole practice. It's fantastic. The attention to detail. Settle into your standing foot. Arms stay bound. Airplane with your legs. 4-part breath. Steady and smooth. Attached to each and every micro movement. Full airplane. Out through the crown of your head, out through your heel. Keep stretching those 2 points apart. Half moon. Nice. Got some hip pops on that one too. That's good. I like it. Pull the pit of your belly in and up. Keep that 4-part breath going right in the top of your chest and your upper back. One more breath here. Both feet to the floor. Standing bow or dancer's pose, right side. We're taking 2 sets. So if you want to take standing bow for the first and dancer for the second, you'll have that choice. Go for it. Right side, number 1. Steady 4-part breath. This pose is definitely one where it's easy to hold the breath and just try and grin and bear it until you get to the end. Let it be movable and pliable because you're breathing. Switch sides. The breath keeps the brain down in the, Philomena's going to kill me if I get this wrong, parasympathetic nervous system, so that your body's not starting to panic and the heartbeat increases and then, oh my gosh, I'm panicking, I need to get out of the pose. Just stay and then switch sides. Right side, second set. You can stick with standing bow or move on to dancers if you haven't already. Can you move through the entire practice with your brain, with your body in the parasympathetic nervous system? Calm and collected. Press your lifted foot straight up to the ceiling, a little bit higher. Switch sides. One more. Make your way to full expression. Full expression all the way to the edge of the pose. The breath got a little quiet. Come back to that. And then both feet to the floor. Tree pose, right side. Start with your hands at heart center. Settle back into the rhythm of the 4-part breath first. And then when you've settled into that pattern again, take any arm variation you want. You might even attach your arm movement to your breath. So you inhale and reach your hands overhead. And then on your exhale, let your hands come back down towards your legs. Yeah, that movement to breath, your drishti, your gaze right on one spot. One more inhale. Switch sides, left side tree. Hands start at your heart. The drishti becomes a little easier when you've got that 4-part breath working for you the entire time. Any arm variation you want, or you can go back to the arms being raised and lowered with the rhythm of your breath. Whole sole of your standing foot straight into the mat. Last breath in, lift up tall. Both feet to the floor. Extended mountain, reach your hands up to the ceiling. Exhale, bow to the floor. Halfway lift, tricep pull. High push up. Knee tap. Knee tap. Low push up. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right side triangle. Keep the rhythm of the breath. You're now at the point in the practice where the breath usually gets short or stops altogether, so keep it long and steady. Long arms and long legs. Pull the hip crease on your front leg deep into your body towards the back edge of your mat. Nice adjustments. You get to fine tune each and every pose here. So maybe there's a bit of a back bend here to be had for you. You move your block or your hand a little further back and open your chest toward the ceiling. Press into your feet, rise all the way to stand. Side facing wide leg fold. Ninja lunges attached to the breath. So probably way slower than you typically go side to side. You inhale and center and exhale. Hit the full exhale all the way over into one hip. Then inhale your way back to center. Exhale all the way into the opposite hip. Hit empty at that full stretch. So back and forth. Yes. That's what I mean when I say breath to movement. Not just thinking about breathing while you're moving and they're kind of attached, but they're intertwined with one another. You've got another breath or two to get complete. No need to rush the last breath or two. Come back to center when you're complete. Press into your feet, rise up to stand. Namaste, front facing forward fold. I know normally I also call splits, but stick with the namaste fold for this one. Take a bind behind your back. Hinge forward. You're going to stick with the namaste fold. Hold that bind. Fold down as far as you're going to fold, and then we'll add a little bit of movement to your spine here. So inhale, come up a little bit out of the pose. Exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Just bringing in movement. Inhale, come up a little bit. Exhale, fold. Hinge right at your hips. Keep moving with the breath. You rise up a little on the inhale. Maybe you come a little bit deeper on the exhale. Coaxing that hip crease deeper into your body. Good. Twisting triangle. Left arm down to the floor, your block. Right arm straight out as you twist open. Now the movement's more subtle, but still attached to the breath. You lengthen on the inhale, twist a tiny bit deeper on the exhale. That tiny bit deeper could be so small that I might not be able to catch it, but you can feel it in your body, that creation of space with each and every breath. Last breath in together. High to low push-up you go. Sweaty in here tonight. I love it. Upward facing dog, full breath. Downward facing dog. Left side triangle. Step your left foot between your hands. Long straight limbs and a deep hip crease on this leg. On your front leg. Sometimes it takes a little softness in the front knee to deepen the front hip crease. You have to give some space somewhere to get more space somewhere else. Nice adjustments. Press into your feet, rise all the way up. Side facing wide leg fold. Take the bind at your low back or have a towel between both hands. Then fold forward. Little bit of softness to your elbows. Keep some space there. Yes, Tina. Then you can add the breath to movement here. You inhale your hands back towards your hips. Exhale, draw them forward towards the floor. See if you can get the movement to match so that when your hands come back towards your hips, you're at the very top of the pause on your inhale. And when they come towards the floor, you hit your full extension at the pause on your exhale. Feel like I got a little too technical on that, and then everyone kind of stopped breathing for a second. Yeah, just keep following your breath. Release your hands down, rise up to standing. Namaste front facing with a bind behind your back. Hinge forward. Take a breath or two in the full folding down forward to get settled into your feet, into your legs, and make micro adjustments that you need. And then start playing around with the inhale, come out of the pose a little bit, and exhale, fold deeper into the pose. That attention to detail, attention to discipline in your practice. So the fine tuning is very specific. Twisting triangle. Right hand down, left arm out. Inhales to lengthen, exhales to twist. Imagine that reaching the crown of your head forward will literally physically pull your spine longer so the bones can twist deeper. High to low push-up you go. Hands back to the mat. Big breath in, up dog. Downward facing dog. Take one breath in together. One breath out. Roll out to your high plank. Start the 4-part breath here, right at the top of your high plank. Breathe all the way down to the floor. You can drop your knees or keep them up. Right up into locust. As soon as you touch the ground, rise up and away from the mat. Locust pose or Superman with the arms out in front. Steady breathing. Even though we're in the igniting sequence, you've now stoked the fire, so there's a steady heat across your entire body. There's openness to be had. One more breath. Lower down. Rock the hips left and right. Second set, locust or Superman. Choose your pose, rise up and away from the floor. Still with that sense of moving underwater, so the transitions are smooth, on purpose. Big inhale, stretch out, lower down, take it side to side. We're taking one floor bow, so grab one ankle and switch partway through, or grab both ankles, because we're going to add a little movement to this floor bow. So grab your ankles, and before you rise up, like you've got your chest close to the floor, inhale and rise up. Then exhale, come close back to the floor. Yeah, inhale, rise back up. You can lift your gaze. Exhale and lower. You're massaging your inner organs. Rise up, inhale. Exhale, lower. Switch legs if you haven't. Rise up, inhale. Press back with your shins. Lower down. One more time, rise up. Lower down. Release your ankles, hips side to side. And now the organs all have smiley faces on them inside your body. Upward facing dog, rise up. Wide open chest. Downward facing dog. Make your way through to sit and onto your back for bridge pose. Stick with the breath. You got it, yogis. It's been super powerful all practice. Press your feet into the floor. Rise up, bridge. Feet in the mat, shoulders in the mat, arms in whatever orientation works best. So hands underneath you or cactus arms. You can reach your hands toward your feet if that works better. One more breath here. Lower down. Take your knees side to side. Wheel number one, just as methodical and on purpose as every other pose so far. Tuck your fingertips, press down and rise up. Big, full open stretch. It's like you've just woken up in the morning and you've got a full stretch, fingertips to feet, then tuck your chin and lower down. Breathe in together. Breathe out together. Number two, press and go. Stretch and expand. Out through the chest, out through your shins. Tuck the chin and lower. Breathe in. Breath out. Number three, halfway, press and go. Still intentional about the choices you're making in bridge or wheel. Tuck your chin and lower. Full breath. Big exhale. Press, lift, go. Wheel or bridge, toes and fingertips. Yes, awake part of the pose. Lower down. Breathe in together. Full breath out. Last one, last bridge or last wheel. Press, lift, go. Total body expression here. Right up at the very peak of your breath, then tuck your chin and lower down. Supta Baddha Konasana. Set your gaze at a point right up at the ceiling. How long can you make your inhales and exhales here? How specific can you be about the pause between the inhales and exhales? Happy baby or dead pug? Get as much of your spine down on the floor as possible, all the way from your tailbone right up to the base of your neck. Then legs straight up in the air. Set up for scissor legs, hands behind your head or underneath your hips for more support. Lower the right leg halfway to the mat. We're going to be real specific about the breath here. Inhale, ankles flexed. Exhale, switch. Pause. Breathe in. Exhale, switch. Yes, this slowly. Move with your breath. So it might be a little quicker, a little slower than your neighbor. That's fine. Yes, very specific movement. Keep going for 10, 9, 8, 7, low belly down, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs straight up. You can move your hands to under your hips if you'd like. Lower both legs 30 degrees. Take a breath in. Exhale to 60. Breathe in. Exhale to hover. Press and lengthen out through the soles of your feet. Slowly pull them back up. Good. Resettle. Shoulders down, hips down. Lower 30. Lower 60. Lower to hover. Press through the soles of your feet. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Slowly pull the legs back up. Nice. Hips down, shoulders down. You've got one more set. Lower 30. Lower 60. Lower to hover. Press through your feet. Listen. Come back up to 60. Woo. Back up to 30. Straight back up. Knees into your chest. Rock forward and back. Make your way up into boat pose. Solid boat pose. This time we won't do twisting side to side. So just a solid boat pose. Get the attention on the lowest part of your abdominal muscles. Pull them in towards the front of your spine. Hands can be out or behind your thighs. Legs can be straight or knees bent. Stay here for 5, 4. Keep breathing. 3, 2. Chest up. 1. Downward facing dog. Excellent work. Downward facing dog to right side half pigeon, but I want you to pause in your right pigeon, or let me start over. Right side half pigeon, but with hands back by your hips so you can sit up nice and tall. Right side half pigeon with your legs, and then either templed fingertips or flat palms, depending on how long your arms are. Yeah, lift your chest, lift up and away from the floor. Zip up and pull in and up the lowest part of your belly. Good. Inhale, get long. Exhale, bow to the floor. Keep your hands where they are. Inhale, press down, rise up, lengthen your spine. Exhale, bow forward. One more time. Inhale up, lengthen the whole spine. Exhale, bow forward. Stay down and set up your half pigeon. So you can move your hands forward or stack them underneath your forehead. 4-part breath all the way through to the end. You did an excellent job so far keeping that ujjayi rhythm. You're almost there. Now's the time in the practice where I like to switch to make the exhales a little bit longer than the inhales. So if you've got your inhales going at a 4 count or a 5, maybe you can get the exhale to a 6 or 7 count. You might find yourself playing around with how long you can hold the pause between the inhales and exhales. And when you're in that space of the parasympathetic nervous system where everything's calm, everything's focused, and you can pay more attention to the body, the pause being longer doesn't create a panic. You just hold the pause as long as it feels comfortable, and then go to the next part of the breath. Few more breaths here in this half pigeon. Stay right where you are. Steady rhythmic breath. Downward facing dog. Shake it out. Left side half pigeon. Templed fingertips or palms back by your hips, or somewhere close back by your hips so you can sit up nice and tall. And if it feels like you can't get very far back on your fingertips, you can always have a block under each hand, and that'll give you a lot of extra height. All right, inhale, lift up tall. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, lift up, low belly in and up. Exhale, bow. Last time, rise up, lengthen the whole spine through the crown of your head. Exhale, bow forward. Settle into your half pigeon on this side. Long, full inhales, even longer exhales. This opportunity for your lungs to fully clean out all of the air that you've had in your body all day, even the last little bits in the bottom of your lungs. So fresh new oxygen can flood and open up every part of your lungs. Stay focused. Few more breaths. Downward facing dog. Shake it out. Make your way to a comfortable seated position for seated wide leg fold. So both legs out to the sides. For some of you, it might feel more comfortable to sit on the edge of a block so you can really get your sit bones back behind you. But we're going to do a little bit of movement side to side. So point your toes up to the ceiling to start, and then draw the pinky toe edges of your feet back towards your face. You're going to inhale here in center, and then exhale, reach and stretch over to the right leg towards your right toes. Good. Inhale up to center. Exhale over to the left, keeping your chest as wide open as you can. Good. Inhale back to center. Over to the right. Collarbones stay nice and wide, so the stretches in the side body. Come back up. Inhale. Exhale over to the left. So even if you're not touching the toes, that's fine. Stay long. Last time. Inhale up. Exhale to the side. Inhale to center. Exhale to the side. Last time. Inhale, reach up, fold forward. Seated wide leg fold. Toes up to the ceiling. Keep that rhythm of the breath going while you're here. Steady and rhythmic, toes awake. Press your heels away from the center of your body. See if you can get the heels to go further than the ball mounds of your big toes. Yes. So it might not even physically happen, but that energetic sense of the heels pressed away further than your big toe mound. Make your way back up. Draw your legs back together. You can put hands underneath your knees to help bring the legs back together. Sometimes I need that if I'm in that pose too long. Tabletop or reverse plank. Plant your palms behind your hips. Fingertips face the front edge of your mat, then rise up. So tabletops, press your flat feet down into the floor, plank, squeeze your inner thighs together. Let your knees have a little bit of a bend to them, little micro bend. Nice, Ratana. One more breath here. Lower down. Fish pose. Block between your shoulder blades or tuck your hands underneath your hips. Steady breath. Last 3 breaths here. Inhale through your nose and then a long exhale through your mouth to clear everything out. Yeah, super long exhales. I love it. When you've hit your 3rd full exhale out through your mouth, make your way down onto your back. Move that block out of the way. Move those hands out of the way. Get upside down. Waterfall might be just the fit for you right now, especially at this smooth, steady pace. You might have the attention to detail you need to stick a headstand or a handstand right now. So whichever inversion feels like the best fit. It's controlled. Nice, Kelly. Methodical. Nice, Tina. It's purposeful. Nice stacking, Allison. Headstands and handstands. You've got a few more breaths, your full 4-part breaths, and then child's pose to reset. Shoulder stands if you're not already there. Make your way to plow. Full breaths in your plow. Let it land as a pose for a couple breaths rather than a transition. Plow to Def Yogi. Bend your knees. Hug them around the sides of your head. Again, you pause in this pose. Let it be a full pose where your spine rounds like a C shape towards the front edge of your mat. Slowly lower down, piece by piece. And when you get there, knees into your chest, give them a squeeze. Supine twist right. That same 4-part breath. You got it. Only a couple more poses. Supine twist left. Drop the knees the other way. Twist and look over your other shoulder. Supta Baddha Konasana. Got your eye towel by the upper corner of your mat. Tina, let me grab you one really quick. 4-part breath. Keep it up. It's the last pose that you're going to hold this 4-part breath. You're welcome. Shavasana. Take one last breath in through your nose. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. Pause at the very top. Exhale it all back out. Pause at the very bottom. And let your breath go back to your nice, normal, steady breath. Deepen your breath. Bring some movement back into your hands and your feet. Plant your feet on the floor, rock onto your right side. Take a moment to pause and thank yourself for not only showing up, but committing to the breath the entire practice. With your eyes still closed, press down and rise up. Take a comfortable seat. Inhale, reach your hands overhead. Exhale, thumbs to heart center. We'll finish our practice together with 3 final ohms. Deep breath in. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Thumb knuckles to forehead center. Thank you all so much coming into the studio, signing in online, making your practice happen wherever and whenever you can. Namaste. Awesome work, everybody. Woo! Okay, so eye towels can go in the hamper just outside the studio door. If you borrowed weights or blocks or anything, just leave them on the floor over by the cubby so I know which ones to clean off. And if you're interested in that acro workshop, let me know because we've still got a couple more spots. Have an awesome rest of your Thursday.